In this video, we are going to be analysing NIO. Now, coming straight into it, again, we're going to provide you with some good levels, but we do have earnings later this week. I believe it's on Thursday, so obviously fundamentals are always going to be the key driver. They're always going to dominate over the technicals. So be watching how it moves off earnings, because this will give us insight and kind of provide us the trading opportunities. You can look to trade directions, but be cautious coming into these levels. That's one of the ways we look to trade earnings. While still being risk managed and kind of not gambling, is we look to try to trade off these levels and to take profits coming into them. But anyway, to get straight into then the technical levels, what levels are we paying attention to? So we can see yesterday we did gap up 17.5%, where we starting to hesitate, and this is kind of key to note. We've sold off very heavily in the kind of past few weeks. We got a slight pullback. We've come to retest our statistical mean on the 1 year chart and also our first deviation on the 6 month chart. Now, as of right now, it is unclear whether this is just a pullback or a reversal. Now, how do we judge if this is a reversal or a continuing downtrend? And it's really going to be how do we react probably Monday, Tuesday in this level. Now, kind of 12.25 is going to be this key one, but it may also happen off this 11.90. And what we're really going to be focusing on is it comes back. I mean, we tap this 11.90. If we start to fade off coming into Monday, it's probably a good indication that this is kind of more of a pullback. The downtrend is going to continue, but really this 12.25 is what we want to see. Would be good to kind of see a pullback to this level, and then if you start seeing the selling pressure kick in, people profit taking, and really you just start seeing bearish signals. And how do we judge bearish signals? One of the easy ways, or kind of two of the easy ways, is firstly looking at volume. You can see here, this is a volume indicator. It shows us how much is buying pressure, how much is selling pressure. The last few days have been very bullish, considering the majority of them have been buys, but now we come into this key level where we expect volume to increase. And I mean, we can see that is basically what happened. Look at the days when volume increases, and this is why we go through that standard deviation channels. We hit the second deviation channel for the first time on the 6 month chart. Volume is high. Now we're coming in to this statistical mean, volume is increasing, and this is what we mean by watching how it reacts to these levels, because these are going to be high volume levels. And why are they high volume levels? Really, it's just because whether you're a trader, you may be focusing on this level, but really it's an algorithmic level. And obviously algorithms do about 80-90% of the trading volume. All the big money institutions and stuff is done through algorithms. So when you're coming into this level, this is why you see volume increases and why we look to trade off these levels, because if coming into this level the institutions are getting bearish, we want to be bearish. If they're still bullish going through this level, then that's where we may want to change our opinion to be more bullish on the stock. But it's really seeing how do we react to this 11.80 and 12.25. If we come into this level bearish, in basically turn more bearish, then think of this as a pullback. We're most likely going to continue lower, and then what are going to be key supports if we continue lower? So again, be looking at around 8.85. It is our second deviation. We have already tapped it, but we may still get a mini or we will still see some volume increase coming into this level, but really we would be looking for kind of a break further to around 5.44 and 4.50. Now these are kind of the main levels I'd be looking at on NIO, maybe where I would start to be a bit more bullish on it, because it would take us to our third deviation on the 6 month chart. And again, when you don't tend to trade past these third deviations. It's very rare unless you're kind of looking at the small cap gappers, but again, you still tend to get a reaction at these levels. But coming into $5.40, you're going to see big. If we push down that low, just watch the volume. I mean, I can tell you this in advance. Watch how the volume will really spike coming into this level. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it go past kind of this high volume candle of around 175 million in the day. I think we could definitely beat that if we come down to that level. So do be focusing on that. Can definitely provide some good trading opportunities. Now, we always like to be prepared just in case we did break further. We would also be looking at $2 as that fourth deviation on the 6 month chart, but unlikely that we push that low. Now though, onto the more bullish side. If you're more bullish in the stock, you want to know what are some resistances we're paying attention to. So if we can break this 12.25, and what do I mean by break it? Don't just want to see a push through. To kind of confirm that we're a bit more bullish, we want to see a break above this level, come back to test it as a support, and if it can hold, then we are more bullish on the stock, and we have a target of around 15.75. Now this is an area where we would look to lock in profits, and the reason I say that is statistical mean. The way you use standard deviation is it's a mean reversion way of looking at stocks. So if this is where we expect it to reverse to, we don't want to hold it really going through here, because it's a gamble whether it goes up or down from here. It's really 50-50. So if we break that though, and you're looking to hold through, or you're maybe looking, if it can break through, you're then looking to buy, what is going to be targets going further? $19 is going to be that first target. Going further will be $22.50, then going on to $26 and $26.75, and then final levels taking us down to around $29, $34, and a final level at $41.50. Now, we have provided you a lot of levels here. No, you don't need to pay attention to all of them. The key focus as of right now is really these levels. Again, all you need to kind of and how you use these levels is 1180 to 1225. These are the levels we're looking to test. How we react to this level will be kind of deciding on then what level we look at next. If we end up breaking through both of these levels, we come back to test this 1225 as a support, and it holds, then the only level you really need to pay attention to is our target at 1575. On the other hand, if we come back to test this 1180 and this 1225, we start to fade. It's showing more bearish, it looks like it's a pullback and we're just going to continue this downward trend. Then we would be having a main target where we definitely look to move stops, probably locking a majority of profits just before earnings as well, and that will be coming into the 885. But if we push lower, 540 is going to be that key level, and even if we go that on the earnings, this is the level where, again, I might personally start to look buying some up. Probably not so much on the trading side because I don't really trade these kind of stocks, but I might just buy a small amount in the investment portfolio just to give you a heads up. If it comes down to that level, I'll probably just be buying, maybe say 50 to 100 shares, nothing crazy, but if it can push back to the $45 highs again, I don't think that's all that likely. But again, I'm more bearish on these kind of stocks. I don't like I'm not a massive fan of the hype. Yes, I know they deliver vehicles and all of that, but the reason it was that high is it was more of a hype move back then. So getting back to those pre-hype levels is going to be difficult, and that's why I wouldn't be risking tons of money on the trade, or kind of the investment. Actually, I guess it's kind of in between. I'd probably be looking to hold it for a year or two out, but I wouldn't be risking too much to do it. But the upside, the risk to reward just would make sense. So that's kind of really the key things that I'd be looking at over on NIO. Again, earnings is going to be that key driver. We can quickly just check. I'll double check when it is coming out. I believe it's on Thursday before earnings. So again, I really think this will be a key thing to watch. Also as well, in the description, we are quickly doing a Discord refresh. This is the old server, we're just making it a new one. Bit cleaner, kind of getting rid of the old members who don't really participate anymore. So if you want to check that out, it will be in the description. But yeah, so really earnings is going to be the key driver. Yes, you may be able to get some good technical trades. I mean, if we're coming into this 1225, probably some good opportunity for technical trades coming into this level. But again, coming into probably Wednesday, Thursday, I'd be staying on, well, definitely Wednesday, because obviously it will be moving quite harsh on Wednesday, getting ready for its Thursday pre-market earnings. So be more hesitant coming. It'd probably be good trading opportunities Monday, Tuesday, but be a bit more hesitant coming into Wednesday. And then once earnings comes out, again, the majority of the move will happen pre-market. You can look to play the direction. What we have been seeing in these earnings a bit more recently is they tend to do one move, that's usually that fake out, and then it will kind of reverse and move the other way a bit harsher. But again, do your own observations if you're looking to trade the original move. Otherwise, you can wait for Thursday open. If it opens up, which I imagine it will, more than 3% in one direction, it may provide for a gap and go opportunity. But anyway, again, always do your own trading research, have your own strategy. These are just levels where we know the high volume is going to come in, which again usually provides for a good trading opportunity if you have a plan. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe and check out one of these two analysis videos.